and secondary one mathematics. These are free sessions that we hold every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Singapore time. Every Monday we take a topic and from grade 7 and we discuss it in detail. So today we are going to start with algebra. If you have missed the previous sessions, you can go to the ImproMaths channel and there is a playlist in all the we have put all the previous sessions in a playlist. You can do them sequentially from beginning. We have covered many topics up till now, in which we have covered arithmetic as well as some of geometry like angles, lines and parallel lines and corresponding angles and all those. We finished with fractions last week, and today we are going to start with algebra. So let's start so let me add my screen with you, share my screen with you, and then we can start. So, algebra is a topic of concern for many people, and I can always understand why it is like that, because algebra is something that is slightly abstract, and it is very difficult to imagine things when there is x and y involved. When you have numbers, it is still okay to understand these numbers, but when it involves x or y or a or b or z, it is going to cause some confusion, but it is not as difficult as you people think. So if you follow this series from the beginning, then I'm going to explain everything in algebra slowly and steadily. So today we are going to start with how to build an algebraic expression. So what is an algebraic expression? There are two types. One is algebraic equation and algebraic expression. So anything that doesn't have an equal to sign but have algebraic terms in it is called algebraic expression. So let's say I have x plus y minus 3. Now this is an expression. Okay, why this is an expression? Because there is no equal to sign in this. But if I have x plus 4 equal to 5, now this is an equation. Now an expression can only be simplified or values substituted in it, and we can find value of an expression if we know values of x and y. But an equation can be solved. So this is simplified and this is solved. So when there is a question, please simplify. You'll just simplify it and you will leave it. There is no way of finding the values of the variables. Whereas when this is solve, your final answer has to be the value of the variable. So x equal to 1, minus 1, anything. Now many people don't understand what to put in x. So basically you have to treat your x like a vessel, which can contain water, it can contain grains, it can contain milk, it can contain juice, anything. So x can contain any real number. Okay, it can contain a whole number, it can contain a fraction, it can contain an integer, it can contain a decimal. So it's like a vessel. Okay, so first rule of algebra is you will always write x equal to something. Let's say x equal to 4. 4 equal to x? No. Why? I will explain as we go into equations, but you have to remember this. So x is like an empty variable. So x is different, y is different. Now what we are going to do is we are going to start with like variables or like terms and unlike terms. So you will say, what is a term? Anything that doesn't have a plus or minus into it is one term. So let's say xy is a term. X plus y are two terms. Okay, so xy is a term, but x plus y are two terms. Term 1, term 2. Now, what are like terms? So like terms are those terms in which the variables have the same composition. So let's say I have 3abc, I have 5a square bc, I have 2abc, I have minus 4a square bc, and then I have 7a plus b plus c. Okay, so out of these, this and this, these two are the like term, whereas this and this, these two are like terms. But when we look at these, each of the term in this expression is different. So these terms are unlike. Now, why do we need to know like and unlike terms? I'm going to explain in some time. But let's first see why these two terms are like. So we always ignore this part of the term. Okay. That now we are going to see any number which is attached to the variables is called a coefficient. So in this case, 3, 2, 5, -4, 7, these are all coefficients. Okay, whereas ABC are variables. Now we don't consider the coefficients when we are considering the like terms. We only consider the composition of the variable. So here I have 3 ABC and I have 2 ABC. So if you see, this has A, B and C, this one also has A, B and C. So 3 ABC and 2 ABC are like terms. Okay. Now 5A square BC and -4A square BC. So 5A square BC and -4A square BC are also like terms. But in this case, 7A, B and C are unlike terms. Now this one is going to be really important because like terms can be added, subtracted together. Unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Unlike terms can only be multiplied or divided. Okay, like terms can be added, subtracted, multiplied or divided, but unlike terms can only be multiplied and divided. Okay, so we are going to start with this, how to add and subtract like terms. So let's say I have 3x square plus 5x plus 2x square minus 7x. Okay, so now I'm going to identify my like terms over here. So my like terms are 3x square and 2x square and 5x and minus 7x. So I'm going to put them together. So 3x square plus 2x square plus 5x minus 7x. Now when we are entering into algebra, you have to remember one thing, that the rules that you have learned in arithmetic, the addition rules, the subtraction rules, the multiplication and division rules, they still remain the same. Only addition on top of that is there is going to be a variable. So 3x square plus 2x square is like adding 3 plus 2. So this is going to give you 5x square. Now 5x minus 7x is same as plus 5 minus 7. Different signs, subtract and give the sign of the bigger number. So you have 7 minus 5 is minus 2, 7 minus 5 is 2, and since 7 has a negative sign, we are going to put 2x, minus 2x. So this is going to be your answer. Okay, now there is third term in this or third terminology that we need to know is a constant. So constant is a number that doesn't have any variables following it. So for example, let's say we have 5x plus 3y minus 6. So these two are algebraic terms this is a constant. Okay, so this and this is a coefficient, and this is a constant. So what is the difference between a coefficient and a constant? A coefficient is followed by some algebraic term, some variable behind it, whereas constant is just a standalone number. Okay, I'm repeating again. Coefficient is a number that is followed by some variable. So 5x, 7 by 4y, minus 3abc, these, so 5, 7, minus 3, these are all coefficients. Whereas plus 6, minus 1 by 2, plus 3, these are all just constants because they don't have x in them. Okay, so let's see how we can treat this. So I'll give you another example. 4a plus 5b minus 1 by 2a plus 3 by 2b plus 6 minus 10. Okay, so I'm going to bring all the like terms together. This and this will come together, this and this will come together, and these two will come together. So I have 4a minus 1 by 2a plus 5b plus 3 by 2b plus 6 minus 10 is minus 4. So 4a minus half a is 7 by 2a plus 13 by 2b plus, or this one is minus 4. Okay, so this is how we simplify an expression. So now this whole thing is called an expression, and what we did, the operation that we did on it is called simplification. So the question is going to be simplify the following expression. Now we have to, sometimes we have to make an expression. So they will tell us something like this. Let's say person A had 3 C's, person B had 8 C's, and person C had 11 C's. How many C's did all of them have? So we are going to do 3C plus 8C plus 11C, which is equal to 22C. So this is how we build an expression. So we read the data, we give, if there is no symbol or there is no variable assigned to the data, we assign a variable to the data and we do the operation on the data. Let's say we have Aman had 18 marbles. Okay. Trisha had 5 marbles. They put their marbles together and they gave Dave 7 marbles. Why do I write minus 7? Because they are giving it to Dave. Okay. So let n be the marbles. So 18m. So how many marbles will be there in n for Aman and Trisha? 18m plus 5m minus 7m. So 18 plus 5 is 23. 23 minus 7 is 16. So Aman and Trisha will in the end have 16 marbles together. Something like this. So this is how you construct an expression and you simplify it. There is no equal to in between. So what we are going to do here is, let's see. Okay. Can we have a question from the book that we generally use? Which book do we use generally? Yes, we use Hayes and Harry's MYP grade 7 book. to use for our examples. Now, let's see if we have any way of finding out. Anyways, I don't see any expressions here, but we can do more. Now we know the rules in algebra, right? So, you know distributive law. Distributive law says that a into bracket b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. So same goes for algebra also. 3 into bracket 4y plus 3 is equal to 12y plus 9. So 3 is multiplied to both the terms. Always. So whenever you have a number or a variable outside the bracket, when you open the bracket, that variable or number is multiplied with each and every term inside the bracket along with the sign. Okay. Why? What I mean is something like this. Let's say I have minus 2x into 3y plus 5w minus 6z. Okay, now they will say open the bracket. Now I'm going into expansion a little bit, but this is the distributive law of mathematics that I want to show you. So it becomes minus 6xy. So this minus 2x is multiplied with 3y minus 10xw. So this is multiplied with this plus 12xz. This whole thing is multiplied with this along with the sign. Okay, so this is very important that when you open the brackets, you use the signs as well. Okay, so let's go into more simplifying. So let's see what else can we do here. We have to go into simplifying an equation. Okay, so let's do a few examples. So I have this one 3a plus 5b plus 8ab plus 6a. Okay, now there are only two like terms over here, 3a and 6a. So only these two are going to be simplified. The other two are not going to be simplified. So we have 3a plus 6a plus 5b plus 8ab. So that is equal to 9a plus 5b plus 8ab. Okay, does it make sense? Let's take one more example. 6xy plus 9xz plus 5yz minus 11xy plus 2yz minus 2xz. So now I have three different pairs of like terms. So this is my first term. This is my second term. So we are always looking at this part of the expression. And this is my third term. Okay. So I'm going to bring them together. Always remember to write them together. So 6xy minus 11xy plus 5yz plus 2yz plus 9xz minus 2xz. Now these are the pairs that we are going to solve. So that is equal to minus 5xy plus 7yz plus 7xz. Now it's not compulsory, but generally when you have more than one variable in an expression, you or in a term, you try to write them alphabetically in an alphabetical order. So if you have BAC, try to write it as ABC. So let's do an example for that. So let's say I have 4ABC minus 3ACB plus 5BAC minus 6ABC. Now, if you see, these two look completely different, but since it's a product, now we know that product can be rearranged. Like if we have 4 times 3 times 5, even if I write it as 3 times 4 times 5, it is still going to give me the same answer. So similarly, if I have 3ACB and 5BAC, I can write it as 3ABC and 5ABC. So these two terms I'm going to convert in alphabetical order. So 4ABC minus 3ABC plus 5ABC minus 6ABC. Now all these terms are similar. All these terms are same. So we are going to write it as, this is 1, this is minus 1, actual answer is 0. Yes. So because this plus this is 9ABC, this plus this is minus 9ABC. So answer is 0. Now you don't have to write 0 ABC because anything multiplied to 0 is 0. Now what if I only have 3x plus x? There is nothing in front of this x. So whenever there is nothing in front of a variable, you treat it as 1. Okay, so there is always a 1 there. So 3x plus x is going to be equal to 4x. So it is 3 plus 1 basically. So again, let's quickly revise what we have done in last few minutes. First of all, variable is like a vessel which can hold anything that you put into it. So you can put in whole numbers, you can put in integers, you can put in decimals, you can put in fractions, anything that you like, you can put in a variable, and a variable is capable of holding it. Okay, what I mean by this, I will definitely explain more in the next session. Then there are like and unlike terms in algebra. Like terms are the terms which have same composition of variables. The coefficient doesn't matter, but the variables that follow the coefficients are very, very important. If two terms have same composition of variables, then those are called like terms. Whereas if they do not have the same composition of variables, those are called unlike terms. You can do all the 4 operations, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, on like terms, but you cannot do addition and subtraction on unlike terms. So unlike terms can only be multiplied or divided. Okay, then there are two types of algebraic terms. One is expression, other is equation. So in an expression there is no equal to sign and it can only be simplified to the simplest form, whereas in an equation you have to do a few manipulations to find the answer of x. That one is a very future topic that we are going to do, but in next session we are going to see how we are going to make add, subtract, multiply, or divide expressions. Okay, we are going to do factorization and expansion of expressions. Factorization also, but that is a future topic. But expansion of expression, like opening the brackets, or how do you multiply two different algebraic expressions with each other, or how you divide two different algebraic expressions with each other. So we are going to do those. We are going to also see how index form can be used in algebra. Okay, so today we will stop here. Always remember that ImproMaths Live is a free session that we hold for grade 7 or secondary 1. The grade 7 and secondary 1 syllabus is more or less same all over the world, so you can use these sessions as your base to understand the basics, and then you can go ahead and do your curriculum specific practice. But these are the basic concepts that are taught in all the curriculums all over, across all the different mathematical branches. IB, IGCSE, CBSE, doesn't matter. All of them are going to have these basics into them. So ImproMaths Live happens every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Singapore time. It is a half-hour session in which we will cover grade 7 or secondary 1 syllabus free of cost on ImproMaths YouTube channel. So if you like these videos or you need more info or update on these videos, please like our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will be in sync with whatever is happening here. Till then, bye.